Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how I make Ogbonno soup. This is the method that I grew up with and I'm going to share this with you. For the full list of ingredients that I used, do check in the description box below. Part of the ingredient that I'll be using is of course goat meat, dry fish, palm oil, onion, pepper, crayfish, okwe, which is like a brother or sister to dawa dawa, but I grew up using okwe instead of dawa dawa. Actually, I've used either of them, so any which one you have at home would suffice. Let's get started. Wash your meat thoroughly, as seen in this video. Now transfer the rinsed or washed meat into the pot you'll be using to cook. Top it off with water up to the same level as the meat. Chop your onion. It is safer for you to use your chopping board to do this as a beginner. That way you would not have the risk of cutting your hands in the process. Add about half to 3/4 of the size of onion that was shown in the beginning. Add salt, add your seasoning cube, cover it up and allow it to cook under high heat. While that is cooking, chop the remaining onion or add the remaining chopped onion into the ogbonno. I grew up this way, so I guess it's more of an habit for me to add it. But I've done it sometimes too, whereby I didn't add the onion to the ogbonno and it still turned out well. So whichever one you choose to do is totally fine. Let's go and check on our meat. Check out the meat and adjust for seasoning in terms of maybe it needed more maggi or salt. Cover it up and continue cooking. Bring water to a boil and pour it into the dry fish. Soak your dry fish for like 5 minutes until it's soft enough for you to work with it. Check to see if your meat is tender but yet firm. The meat is supposed to be cooked but yet firm because you're still going to cook it some more during the cooking process. Take the meat once it's gotten to that stage off the stove. In a small pot, scoop in some amount of palm oil and heat it up. You do not want to bleach the oil, you just want it to be hot. This will be used to melt your ogbonno, like so. Little by little, add in the heated oil. The reason why I like to scoop it in little by little is so that you'll be able to regulate the amount of oil that you're putting into it in case you don't have a particular ratio to the seed you're using. So just add in bit by bit. It will take you more than 1 minute to do that. You don't want the oil to be too much. You just want every of the seed to be well coated, like so. Once you get to that stage, you just need to set that aside. You see what I mean? That way you're sure that you are not over adding the oil that you'll be needing. Bring back the pot of cooked meat onto the stove top and continue cooking. Add in the washed fish. Top it off with water to be at the same level as the meat content. Add in your dawa dawa. Add in your pepper. Give it a gentle stir. Try not to disturb the fish so that it will not scatter and become pieces in your pot of soup, especially given that I'm using the head of fish. You don't want your soup to become bony. Top it off with some more water so that they will be at the same level as the meat and fish content. Add in your crayfish. Cover it up and bring to a boil. Once it's came to a boil, check to adjust for the seasoning. At this stage, I discovered that I needed to put more of the crayfish, so I added some. Cover it up and allow it to continue to boil for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Once it has come to that boil, carefully bring out the fish and set aside. This is to prevent it from getting all scattered in the soup. Also, I bring out some amount of water from the pot before I add in my oven. The reason to this is so that I'll be able to control the amount of water to ogbono that I will be using, because you don't want your water to be too much and then your ogbono will turn out watery instead of slimy. Scoop in your ogbono like so. At the beginning, what you have is just this, very watery, as you can see. Allow it to cook or boil. 5 to 10 minutes into boiling, this is what you have. You see the bubbles are all forming. And when you take it up, you see it started forming that slimy consistency that you want. Allow it to boil for some more and it will reduce and become much more slimy than this. For the purpose of this video is why I keep going back to turn. But if you're cooking at home, allow it to boil and turn like every 10 minutes. This is me showing you after about 20 minutes of cooking. The ogbono is ready. I didn't need to add the water that I took off. So you see the need of taking out that water. If I had not taken out the water, it probably would need me to cook some more, or rather the ogbono would turn out very watery instead of slimy. This is what you have at the end of it. Add in your choice of vegetable. In this video, I'm using bitter leaf because I like the bitterness that it brings. It balances the ogbono very well. But you could use spinach, you could use kale or ugu, whichever one you have at home you can use. And the amount of leaf you use is totally dependent on you. But you don't want your ogbono soup to turn into vegetable soup. So be careful with the amount of leaf you're adding. Once you've added the leaf, then you can carefully add in the fish that you took out of the soup earlier on. Now you see how careful I am. I'm not really going and stirring vigorously. I'm just, going down the pot and moving the content of the pot. That way the fish rather still stays intact. Give it a turn after it has simmered for a while and take off the stove. Your soup is ready. Pair this up with swallow of your choice. I have a video of how easy to make your eba if you're the beginner. Check it up. The link will be in the description box. You can check that up as well. I hope you've been able to learn one or two things from this video. As always, to my new subscribers, I say welcome. To my old subscribers, thank you for stopping by. Until next time when I see you again, let's learn and cook together. Bye bye.